BestBookBits.com brings you the summary of Kick-Ass with Mel Robbins, life-changing advice from the author of the 5-Second Rule. This is an Audible audiobook summary. Session 1. She doesn't believe that people figure out what brings them joy because they have an epiphany. People figure out what brings them joy because they force themselves to follow their curiosity, to try, to learn. Takeaways. Quitting. We all have ways of quitting when things get hard or when we just don't feel motivated to push ourselves. Identifying negative patterns as a form of quitting is a powerful step that's going to help you stop these patterns. Addiction. Addictions are just forms of habit dysfunctions. What makes it hard is that there is so much emotion tied up in the things that we do that are destructive. All habits have a trigger and a behavior pattern that you repeat. If then planning strategy, make a plan for what you will be doing for every one of these triggers instead of the addiction. Childhood strategies. We've all developed strategies when we were kids in order to deal with the situations that were upsetting or abusive. Session 2. Marcus, former NFL player. Become yourself and fully own it. Become yourself and fully own it. For the rest of your life, be on the hunt for where you are trying to be someone you're not. Be on the hunt for where insecurity is taking you out of your lane. Takeaways. Be on the hunt for wherever you are not owning your unique story. Your real power is in telling your story. Your real power is in telling your story. Your credentials may help you when you're starting out, but over time, your power is never in your credentials. It's in you, your story, your instincts, and the unique things you bring to the table. The power of time travel. Travel forward 2 years, envision where you want to be, and then list out all the thinking and behavior patterns that you've changed. Bring that all back to the present day and start shifting your thinking and behavior now to align with the patterns from the future you. Ask yourself, what if my life came easy or energized me? That's where you start if you don't know what direction to head in. Session 3, Jessie who struggles to lose weight. Takeaways. The secret to improving your relationship with anybody. Take the focus off you and put it on everyone else. How? Start cheering for people. If you have a problem that you've been trying to fix forever and you're not making any progress like Jessie and her weight loss, maybe you don't have any interest in fixing it at all. Maybe it's not a problem and you're really just using it as an excuse to not take responsibility. To make change simple and fun, one tool is naming the old chapter that you're stuck in versus the new chapter that you want to step into. Name the old chapter that you're stuck in versus the new chapter that you want to step into. Session 4, Evelyn, trouble with procrastination. Takeaways. Procrastination has nothing to do with your ability to get things done. It's just a form of stress relief. You have to understand that stress is the problem and you have to get to the root. The power of focusing on what happened rather than on what's wrong with you. Session 5, Stephen, paralyzed by what other people think. When you live fully open in your truth, if people react negatively, it's their bullshit responsibility and fault. Takeaways. Ask yourself, are there patterns that you've learned from the adults in your childhood that you're still repeating that doesn't work for you? Seeing the destructive pattern as a behavior is the first step to owning it and ultimately ending it. A tool you can use to destroy the pattern. Shut up, Sharon. Exaggerate and make negative things you say to yourself into a character. When you turn old behaviors into a caricature, you actually remove your emotion and drama and the heaviness around it and make the behaviors more objective. It'll help you not only identify the old behaviors, but also move into the new behaviors more quickly. Manipulation. If you live your life in a way where you avoid upsetting people at all cost, so you keep quiet, that's a form of manipulation. If you hate confrontation so you don't tell the truth about how you're feeling, that's a form of manipulation. When you manipulate people, you're responsible when you get upset if they find out the truth. But if you have the courage to say what you're feeling or tell them what's true for you, when they get upset or they react negatively, it's on them. Having the courage and the clarity to just be yourself. That's what it means to be truly fabulous. Having the courage and clarity to just be yourself. Session 6, Kyle, bent on finding love, growing his business, and making a difference in people's lives. Takeaways. If you are somebody that's trying hard, but you feel like you're just not making headway, she guarantees there's something you cannot see or are refusing to see. We need to slow down and tune into the emotions that are in there. In order to see the problem, you're going to have to slow down. Any single destructive habit that you have, it is also a mask for pain. Any single destructive habit you have is also a mask for pain. Embrace and be proud of where you are right now. The moment you take full responsibility for your past, that's really important. But it is also essential that you take pride in how far you've come. You'll gain freedom and control back in your life the second you start feeling proud of where you are. Session 7, Tira, looking for love for 40 years. Takeaways. All relationships are the same. Friendships, work relationships, with your family, your lover. We're all the same because we all want the same thing. We all want to know that we matter. When you make people feel like they matter, you will win in any relationship, so make people feel like they matter. In the area of your life where you are being your best self, in those relationships, that's what you're going to use to help you change how you're behaving in the cruddy relationship. All you have to do is adopt that best self character everywhere. You need to intentionally take a moment and switch gears into the best self person you want to be in that relationship. Assume good intent. When the people in your life piss you off and feel frustrated before you snap, assuming good intent. Power versus connection. This is the only thing that you've ever need to know about relationships. You're either craving power or you're craving connection at any moment. The only relationships that are truly satisfying that go the distance are the ones where both crave connection. Now, just quickly before we get into the last session, just want to take a moment to say thank you for watching and listening to this summary. We have currently uploaded more than 600 free video, audio, and written book summaries at Best Book Bits. We'd love for you to become a fan of us at bestbookbits.com, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Spotify or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. You can also help keep Best Book Bits financially alive by checking out our products and services in the links such as physical books, downloadable PDFs, subscribing to our email newsletter, consuming our courses, and joining our coaching programs. Thanks again for watching and listening, and back with the summary of Kick-Ass by Mel Robbins. Session 8, Ashleen, struggling with self-acceptance and self-love. Takeaways. You can love someone and still be angry at them. You can be afraid of disappointing somebody and still make requests of them. Be honest about where in your life you feel numb, because that's where the roots are. Ask yourself, where is your kid or any child in life completely checked out? Where are you missing potential signs? The idea of celebration. Celebration is critical for a healthy life. Transparency. You won't be able to kick ass until you own your story. You won't be able to kick ass until you own your story. So start owning your effing story. When you own your story, that's where all the power lies. And last, it's only when you're transparent about your past that you have the power to own and change the future. Now that's wrapping the book summary of Kick-Ass by Mel Robbins. Now if you like this summary and want to download the PDF summary, check the link below to access this. If you want to become a contributor to Best Book Bits and become part of the community, help read books, create summaries, and do audio recordings, DM me on Instagram at Best Book Bits. And we also run a free book club at Facebook at Best Book Bits, so check us out there. Thanks for watching and listening. Hope you got something from this. Go out there, kick ass, and own your story. Take care. Bye-bye now.